Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn top right side as the blue English, we have VortiX X with a capital X. VortiX. Spawn in bottom left side as the green Abbasid Dynasty, we have LaSh. You can probably see the, yep, there's the House of Wisdom going on up. Sheep being claimed by blue, and now you have the Abbey of Kings being deployed on the field. You now have the economic wing being researched by green now. There we go. Sorry, I just need to pause my Rumble stream over there because Rumble tends to cause some issues of upload rate when involving just eating up some bandwidth I don't need to eat up. Green has now, both players have of course ecoed tech up. We do now have the king deployed on the field, trying to perhaps engage some villagers. There is an exposed, okay, that's just a scout there, not a villager. The king's pushing his way forward, trying to find some sort of engagement. Well, we'll find a wolf. The wolf will take a bite out of the horse. Scout is scouting out his opponent, finding some of the most dangerous game. The best place for him to engage is probably that wood line, but still not a great spot for him, pretty close to the town center. He may not be able to get any sort of harassment off onto green. Green's a little bit too entrenched right here. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Green's going for another town center now. And he will, the king's trying to go and engage, but it looks like he's gonna get forced back by those spearmen. Knights, the king's trying to advance up forward, trying to get some good damage on him. The king's attack is no greater than a knight. In fact, really, the king only has the exact stats of a knight other than having extra health. Everything else seems like pretty much identical to a knight. The king does receive quite a bit of fire there, needs to fall back to the Abbey of Kings, get some healing. And this horseman does push forward, receiving quite a bit of fire there as well. He will need to fall back to the Abbey of Kings, and the king can patch him up as well. That wolf does actually pose a somewhat of a threat to the king. Green has gotten his second town center up, blue has not just yet, so let's go and fast forward a moment. Down south we do have, looks like the spearmen do find the scout a little bit, and the area does get walled off now. King's now advancing forward, has a pair of horsemen forward him out. He needs that scout nearby for spotting purposes. He does spot the deer there, and now got the king's palace being blown up by blue. That's why he didn't blow out another town center. He was stalling for the king's palace. Scout now seeing some good health regen from the king. And does get an alpha strike there with the king. Spearman trying to deal with the forces. And does get some stabs there on the king himself. He's also falling him back. Does get a nice little villager kill there and be falling back. Now it's actually going to take time to engage the spearman as well. But thanks to the spearman brace there, it stunned the king himself. The king is very wounded. And now the spearman's going to be chasing down these horsemen. Got a barracks, more housing, a full farm there. And now, early man-at-arms upgrade has been pulled on field. And new age has begun for blue. He's now going for the men-arms armor, giving him +2/+2 armor. Very, very good. And blue's going to be dancing around. These palisade walls have not been completed just yet. We'll find that villager there. It does get him quickly picked off, and the king does receive a nice volley there from the town center. Wolf does get picked off there. Spearman coming over to defend. And the spearmen do force back these forces. Does cancel a wall there to get these guys rebuilding. We also got some man-arms now to blow in the field. Green's eyeing for more walls here. Not sure why he's walling off the forest line. Oh, there's an opening there. And the king does get dethroned. We do have a camel archer here. Spearman trying to get some good damage on it, but got a very, very large number of man-at-arms. The Abbasid Dynasty player now is at Imperial or Castle Age, so now he can pull out some more heavy defense. He needs some crossbows to deal with these man-at-arms. And now we've got these camels pushing way forward as well. Camels start going on down, or some of the spearmen just start going down. Man-at-arms start being a bit of a problem there. These camel riders are anti-cavalry, not exactly anti-heavy. These man-at-arms going to get some great damage there. Maze one just keep them there. Man-at-arms going to be throwing some torches onto this palisade wall. Horse and scouts are just sitting there. And green is trying to re-wall up this area and trying to slice open the neck of that longbowman with those villagers. Oh wait, that is also a blue tower right there. Blue try to go for a forward tower in order to get the castle network. Tyrion still engaging away. We do have a handful of crossmen here, but a single horseman will rotate around. He needs to deal with these horsemen as soon as possible. So we're trying to run down the horsemen now. Those blues were the crossbowmen. And these other two crossmen receiving some hits there from the men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are finally being cleaned on up there. And right now, blues deploy out some more man-at-arms. Green will need an eye for more crossbowmen, whether his opponent goes for knights or men-at-arms. Even taking time to hunt down some of these deer with his crossbowmen. Now we've got these man-at-arms push way forward. He does have a very, very good number of crossbowmen here, so should be able to force back these man-at-arms before they do too much damage. My apologies. Who's now going for a handful of research, a range attack, lord.agion, and horticulture. He is English, maybe good attack, and his opponent's going for a lot of spearmen and crossbowmen, so longbowmen wouldn't be half bad this one. You don't have an outpost here, just try to keep the villagers safe. Fast forward a little bit. The green's currently going for increased damage on his arrows. Another tower here has been pulled out by blue. Blue is not currently deployed out any sort of walls. Been the aggressor this game. It's quite a bit cold up here, so either player needs to start securing it up. I see these priests pushing way forward.
Nuthan, Kumathon, Ontifotas, Fereth.
Green has a good number of villagers here to claim these spear. Very nice. Now we do have an outpost here. He will provide him with good damage benefits. Blue is now pushed forward with another outpost here, trying to maintain the castle network. And this castle network will stretch out for quite some distance. Blues will forward, throwing out a whole bunch of torches there. Crossbow and spearmen advancing forward. And the crossbow do find a good volley there onto the villagers. Both villagers do in fact go down. Crossbowman can find some good hits there. Does have a handful of longbowmen here to support out as well.
كما تأمر سيد.
It looks like Blues have pop cap at the moment. Both players actually have pop cap, but they're not max pop cap. Green's now trying to counter attack. Lowman gets a good hit there. Now villagers do receive a pretty good volley there. Two of those villagers do in fact go down. Now they're going to be retaxed to collect some berries.
What shall each do?
Notice now receiving some fire there. We got the outpost receiving some damage as well. Second side has been claimed. Scout trying to stop that priest. And now it's pushed forward for a large number of longbowmen and spearmen. Green will need to pull out perhaps, oh, some mangonels. Very, very nice. You may need to pull out more than just one mangonel. Some of these villagers are going to get hit, so is the farm as well. Now mangonel has been pulled on out. Mangonel could potentially get a great shot right there. Does mean split the formation, gets a good splash hit there. Mangonels do 12 times 3, and they do additional damage versus ranged units. Village not being forced back. Green does have a good number of archers here to support out to deal with the spearmen and the longbowmen. Man at arms pushing way forward as well. Blue does not have a whole lot of crossbowmen here. Green does have a good number of crossbowmen, however. Magnos does find another shot there. Got more of these men at arms pushing way forward. And now Blue's not falling back with his force. He doesn't have to cast a network in this region. Over here, the sacred site has been catching up. Blues claimed 3 sacred sites, so we got this scout up here for Blue as well. And these will start streaming on forward. I'm not sure where they're going. They're going to their death. Blue does have a nice army there. Green may want to go for another mangonel. Do now have the composite bows research, reducing the load time of archers by 33%. Very, very nice. Dale's now advancing forward, trying to pull out a mill and a mine right there. This mine is going to be in a perfect spot in between the stone and gold. But the blue scout does spot this, so and blue's starting to move over to retaliate. Blue's now going for a handful of research, more fertilization, veteran horsemen, and the first level of mining. Green does decide to cancel some of that infrastructure there. Mining camp is still going to be very much alive. Does take out all those villagers, barring the ones that are on the berries. Green's now pushing way forward, trying to deal with this longbow force. There's 18 longbowmen here. That is Smith force. He will find this scout there. Do not have a keep being pulled out by blue. And these handful of longbowmen will avoid detection. He may know that they're still there. It's hard for him to tell though. Either side has a scout there, so like the blue can't see much either. Looks like these longbowmen will be spotted there. Green scout is in the reach as well, so able to spot these longbowmen. And this monk is getting bitten by the wolf now. Let's scout most of these longbowmen. Now all the longbowmen. We just have a pretty good force here for longbowmen and spearmen. 1 man arms in the region. And this blue scholar is going to try to capture the sacred site, and that will start the countdown of Sacred Side Victory, but it's unlikely it will maintain the control of that one. Monka will go and going down, and the point will be reverted. My apologies. Got a fresh king here. The king could be in the middle of this group here to get some good health regen. Now got some more houses employed out over here. Both sides designed to eco up. Green's now eyeing for a soul. Let's find this outpost there. So we got the castle network up and going. 2 spring golds to mix, very nice. You now have network castle being pulled now, giving increased attack bonus, and now, or great attack fire. Got these first people before, got a good number of archers and crossbow for green. Green's frontline however going down. Does take the king almost immediately. The keep is still pretty far away from being completed. Trying to deal with these horsemen. Knights, however, find a pretty good flank there onto the long bowmen. Spearmen are going to move back, trying to hit these knights now. Spring Guards falling back as well. Green does take out Blue's front line as well. And now got the keep deployed on the field. The keep will get some good hard point there. And I don't think Blue can stay in this reach for too long. Spearmen being clean on up. Got these horsemen trying to engage this region. Knights will follow and track them. And now got 2 spring balls for green. They do take out some siege weapons against Blue. All Blue's spring balls are now down. Green still has a good number of archers here, but starting to get hit by some of these horsemen. My apologies. Green has a decent force here, including some lancers right now. Berkshire Castle being pulled on out of the field. I'm not sure where. Way down here. I hope to keep that area secure, but it's not going to do all too much, honestly. Villagers being pursued by these horsemen. Knights are trying, or Lancers trying to pursue the horsemen. Looks like Blue's pulling out some more horsemen. Green is currently just pulling out some more archers and more crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are actually going to be exceedingly less useful. His opponent is not pulling out a whole lot of man-at-arms. In fact, he only has this one. Oop. Villagers, if you force back, cancel the castle before it sustains any damage there to get a better refund. And now Blue is at a pure age. Green's not going for our castle down here to help to keep this area secure. And for those villagers to go down, Green still has a superior number of villagers, 119 to 118. Green's going to try to come over here and stop these horsemen. Green does have no stone income at the moment, so he's trying to secure this gold. But looks like the his keeper here has to be deployed back. Blue's also taking time to clean up this gold or stone there. Got some gold inset right there, and Berkshire Castle is in range of this palisade gate. You now have Bombard put on the field for Blue, and that will make short work of these palisade walls. Archers make a short work of that villager as well. Palisade gate will go ahead and go on down. And Blue's now going for the elite spearman upgrade as well as more range attack. Green sort of just backing out this area. This villager will go down. Let's keep us firing away, getting some extra arrows since there's some units inside of it. Blues are still trying to run around. Blue does not appear to have a scout in this region. Just horsemen. Those horsemen here will be cleaned on up. These horsemen are being pursued. This does snip the army there. Bombard again hits there onto this keep. Spring Gulls do find a pair of hits there onto the bombards. Bombards will likely go down. We do not have these horsemen getting some good hits there on these villagers to try and collect some food. And these villagers getting some great hits there. Archers and crossmen trying to push forward, trying to deal with these horsemen. Of course, the crossmen are not going to get any additional bonus damage there. Trying to go front. Mangonel, rain for those horsemen. That's not a good idea. These archers will sustain good extra damage. Got these longbows advancing forward. Still got a good number of knights or lancers in this field. All the horsemen do in fact go down. Brings out advancing forward for these knights and archers. Still no gold asset deployed out by gold or by blue. And now we've got the longbowman ability there. You actually don't see the arrow volley all too often as well. Giving a great increased rate of fire there. Brings now in the pure age. Mangonel advances forward. Land starts pushing me forward as well. These villagers getting hit once again. Have to abandon to the castle and keep once again. Mangonel's getting repaired up on the front line. I'm going to see a nice hit there from Mangonel. Horsemen advancing forward trying to deal with these archer forces. Or trying to go for the Mangonel and they will be killed off because of that. Looks like all of Blue's front line is basically disintegrated now, just this back line longbowman. These horsemen over here have been cleaned on up. Over here, we've got a wolf fighting these villagers. Blues are streaming in more and more of these horsemen, longbowmen, and spearmen. Still no gold asset. Now we've got the final pierce armor and the elite spearman upgrade for green. Castle still firing away, getting some good damage there onto these lightly armored forces. Bombard, however, says hello. Spring Gulls getting focused down by these horsemen, unable to deal with the Bombard. And Green's Mangonels are getting overran by these horses. He does save that Mangonel right there. He does find a decent volley there on those forces. More of these spearmen trying to charge forward, trying to deal with these forces. More man armors being pushed forward as well. Looks like just streaming forces. And overall, Blue's force is a little bit better, even though it's just trash. Green still having a bit of trouble there. Needs more man at arms on the front line. Man at arms currently have 6 pierce armor. And could get no, they can't get any more right there. They actually do have 8. And that keep will go ahead and go on down now. So Green does lose that keep there. He's spoiling some more reinforcements there. So we've got these villagers advancing forward for something. The Bombard does not go down there to the horsemen. We have advanced forward with these spearmen trying to deal with these horsemen. Now with the rate of fire bonus there, and Green does back up the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay.